I just wanted to talk to you about something which is really interesting. We talk to a lot of people, and generally what we find is that people hate self-managed super fund or they absolutely love it. There doesn't seem to be much of a balanced view out there about self-managed super fund. Self-managed super fund is a great vehicle for investment, and it's a great thing for people who are looking at taking control of their retirement, but it is not perfect, it is not black or it's not white. And what I wanted to do is just briefly go through what's really good about it and what's not necessarily so good and why it might not fit for everybody. So starting with the why it may not be for everybody, the general conversation we have is, do I have enough money in super? Have I accumulated enough super to start a self-managed super fund? And if you read the papers from the ATO and you read what's online about it, a lot is being said about, oh, you need to have $100,000 in super, you need to have 150, you need 200, you need 500. Various people have various opinions, and that's something that's being discussed at length. What is not so much discussed is other reasons why you might not want to have a self-managed super fund. It will require time investment from you. You can't have a self-managed super fund and not invest time. It will require you to make decisions, sometimes difficult decisions. How are you going to invest the money? What are you going to buy with your investment savings? So there's a lot of things which you not necessarily things that you've had to consider so far, which are now going to be your problem. And that happens with a self-managed super fund. There's decisions in regard to estate planning, to insurance. So there's a lot of time that is required. There's also potential liabilities. If you make an error, if you break the rules, you're going to be liable for penalties which are potentially quite substantial. So you're going to have to educate yourself, and you're going to have to acquire some level of financial literacy to run the self-managed super fund. So of course you can lean on your accountant, you can lean on your financial planner, you can lean on people like us for the lending, but all said and done, the final decisions are going to be with you, and the consequences of those decisions are going to be for you to enjoy or to suffer. So these are things that need to be considered before deciding to go into a self-managed super fund. Why would you put yourself through all of these things and take those risks and potential liabilities and whatnot? Because it's a fantastic vehicle. It will give you control over that money which is yours, and you will be able to invest it as you see fit, not someone in a high-rise somewhere in Sydney or elsewhere in the world. You will be able to invest it in asset classes which are not currently in the mix. So if you are in an industry super or retail super, there are assets which simply are not being invested in. That could be precious metals, that could be collectibles, that could be direct property. There's a number of things which are just not available through those channels. It will also get you involved, and as we discussed, that comes with some negative, but it's also really good because it alerts you to your retirement. It forces you to think about it, how much money you're going to need, and to proactively address your retirement. And in that sense, that is fantastic. And the last thing, which is really interesting and quite dramatic in the outcome, is that it will allow you to leverage. And leverage is borrowing money to acquire asset to invest. There's very few wealthy, mega wealthy, super mega wealthy that have gotten to where they are without borrowing money to get there. At the moment, this is not something that most superannuations are doing, but the self-managed super fund can do that. So yes, it comes with a cost, and it comes with responsibilities and times and other things that are required for you. But if you're willing to do that, you will have access to strategies, to asset classes, to investments which are otherwise not available.